Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode with the Bit Long. Today, we're talking about Bitcoin and what is currently playing at the crypto market. Has been absolutely mental for the couple of past 3 weeks, I think so. And honestly, I just took some time off the screens. However, Bitcoin seems to be recovering, and that is what we're going to discuss in a second. Before we get into any content, obviously, I would love to do my quick disclaimer. None of this content is a financial advice. You must do your own market research. Of course, you must. With that in place, guys, I just want to comment a little bit on the outside look. I think we are going to see a movement this week. Relatively, we've been consolidating after the dip for a week, and is looking good. Is looking good, to be fair. And it's still a probability, as everything in trading is a probability. Long-term talking, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the top crypto coins are actually one of the best assets to hold in our current economy. However, I'm not financial advice, but if you really look into our economy, it's almost a joke. Anyways, let's move to the screen. Let me share with you. When I got stopped from my previous position, I was like, you know what? Time to take a break. And it was completely the right time to take a break on Bitcoin. I bought here and we went up, and I was like, I'm going to place my stop loss. And then once I got my position out around 88,200, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to wait. And that is exactly what is happening. I'm not sure about you, but that's the daily, and I can see a very, very strong support on my perspective. But again, we're waiting on the US market open to see if the breakout will play out, and the US market opens tomorrow. However, if it does break out, we could see Bitcoin going all the way up to 100k once more. And if you went there now and you measure all the way up to 100k, is a very interesting, significant gain to the risk. Okay, you always want to measure your risk and your gain. However, the US market only opens tomorrow. And another opportunity that I want to point today, it's Say USDT. I believe Say USDT is going to do really, really well on this turn back. So whether if you're trading this coin or if you're just holding in a long term, it's an interesting one to have a look at. If we zoom out, you will see that we are literally at the bottom, and that is a massive, massive, massive buying signal. I removed all the noise, everything, the arrow sign, and all. Sometimes I just like to see things clean, because there is no much playing around trading. Just go with the trend. Just be patient and get in on the right time and exit. You don't have to catch every trade. As I always say, you don't have to follow everybody, okay? You can only trade on your own terms. That's the beauty of trading. Once you understand it, you can just do whatever you want. And I am ready to start the new week with, say, USDT and Bitcoin. However, Ethereum, it's very, very similar to BTC. So I am not personally going in to show you Ethereum today. Moving to the latest article, according to Cointelegraph, Bitcoin gets 126k June targets as data predicts bull market comeback. The Bitcoin bull market analytical data see the potential for 50% BTC price upside by the start of June. Bitcoin BTC can hit a new all-time high by June this year if historical patterns repeat, network economist Timothy Peterson said. Data uploaded to X on a March 15 gives BTC/USD around 2.5 months to beat its 109K record. April could spark 50% BTC price upside, and I'll be extremely happy if that happens. It's Taurus season, baby, and I'm a bull myself, so it's gonna be very excited. Yes, Bitcoin has declined 40% after topping out in mid-January. The extent of the drop is characteristic of a bull market correction, and Patterson Kenley senses the potential for a comeback. Bitcoin is trading near the low end of this historical seasonal range. He determined alongside a chart comparing BTC price cycles and mentioned nearly all of Bitcoin annual performance occurs in 2 months, April and October. It is entirely possible Bitcoin could reach a new all-time high before June. Bitcoin seasonal comparison sourced Timothy Patterson/X. Patterson has created various Bitcoin price metrics over the years. One of them, the lowest price forward, was successfully defined levels below which BTC/USD never falls after a crossing above the at certain point. After its recovery from a multi-year low in March 2020, lowest price forward predicted that BTC price would never trade under 10K again from September onward. Meanwhile, a new likely floor level has appeared this year, 69K as Cointelegraph reported, which has a 95% chance of holding. Continuing, Patterson stipulated a median target of 126K with a deadline of June 1st, alongside a chart showing the performance of 100 in BTC. He also revealed that limbo market performance was always being temporary. Bitcoin average time below trend. For months, he explained the red dotted trend line 126K on June 1st. Bitcoin growth of 100 comparison sourced Timothy Patterson/X is turned up Bitcoin bull market calm down. Other popular market commentators continue to emphasize that Bitcoin recent trip to 76 K, it's a standard corrective behavior. And before we go on, I would love to address that on my previous previous episodes, I also mentioned that we could potentially hit the 75K level, and it hit 76K. Okay, if you go to the 200 EMA on a daily, it's exactly where the end of correction is. Anyways, you don't have to look at the previous BTC bull runs to understand that corrections are part of the cycle. Popular trader and analyst Red Capital wrote in part of the X analysis on the phenomenon at the start of March. Red Capital counting 5 of what he called major pullbacks in the current cycle alone, going back to the start of 2023. BTC USD 1 week chart sourced by Red Capital. Analyst at crypto exchange Bitfinex told Cointelegraph this week that the current low mark as shakeout rather than end of the current cycle. This article does not contain investment advice or recommendations. Every investment and trading move involve risk, and readers should conduct their own research when making a decision. Agree. And going back to what I just mentioned earlier, I think, we are definitely going to see a pump this week. Worst case scenario, we're just going to wait. And that happens a lot in crypto. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you have to wait. And it's totally normal, okay? If you're holding BTC on a long term, you shouldn't even look to the price action that much, really. It is going to go higher than any other asset, okay?